the better information that you can give us, the better it is for us. The more complete and accurate. So that's a critical thing. That's why this form is good. You should have them around. We've got plenty here. We'll have more in the back. You can run them off yourself. It's just a tool. Secondly, as the lieutenant said, anything suspicious, out of order, use that sixth sense. And I want to make a correction. I had suggested at one point, if it looked pretty minor, call one of our people. Better, you heard it right from the boss, you call the command center. So in other words, the idea of a little boy saying wolf, and nobody paid attention, they'll pay attention to you every time. And if it's only, as Lieutenant Vigil said, 1 out of 10, that's fine. So that's the word directly from the gold side. What we do, we'll call the command center. Never assume that someone else is going to call in on the light. Someone's going to call in on those guys in the water, and so forth. I just want to say one thing before I turn it back to the crew here. After you finish here, we have the picnic available for you. The lieutenant has arranged for some boat tours. We're going to have at approximately 1 o'clock. We won't have a swimmer today, but we will have some air demonstrations, and then we will take tours, probably in 1 or 2 groups, over to the hangar, and we have a tour laid on there. So I was just talking to Lieutenant Hunt, and that's all been laid on. So we invite you to enjoy yourself, do that. We also, again, we certainly invite you to explore the auxiliary. We have a great unit. We can do all kinds of things here with the active Coast Guard and the stuff that we have specifically designated. So we talk to any of us that are wearing the silver sign on our insignia. We can certainly tell you about it. I'll turn it back over to Lieutenant. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Dick, before we close up on this and go out and head out for grub. Feedback. I've been hearing that you would like to receive feedback on some of the reports and all that stuff. We're kind of working on what would be the best way to do that, depending on what the report was based on, etc. Obviously, everything's going to have its different way of handling that information and stuff. But with this form right now, the best thing that you can do is as you get down to the bottom and you have comments, there's a section that says reported and to whom. When you're talking to that person on the phone, ask for their name. It's usually going to be a controller, the operational unit controller in charge in the command center at that time. If you put that name, and then eventually, if depending on your point of contact with the auxiliary for your area, if you get that name to them, they're able to get it to me, and I can go to that person and find out, also, with a copy of the salute form, depending on the time and the type of report and stuff, I can always go back and figure out what case it is attached to. Right now, that's the thing, is that, everything that we get in, if it's something that we either assign intelligence, investigations, or a response to, it's going to be assigned a case and a case number. So, as you can imagine, you saw the AOR, how many things really happen. It's, unless we have a time, name of the person that the phone call went to and stuff, it's kind of hard to track.
But we just get electronic notices, no person.
What if you get an electronic notice?
No, that's all we get.
That's all we get, is a message machine telling us about it. We did that last week.
And when you call in, that's what they're talking about.
Now,
when we call you, but we won't get the name of the person calling us, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
When we call in to report something.
No, yeah, that's when it's
all right, I got it.
Yeah.
But when we do call in, where do we call?
What's the number? Yeah, you should put that on this form.
Yeah.
The phone number.
Yeah, I should have had it there. It's,
Yeah.
do you have the number? Well, is it
There's a couple
the
numbers, so
Seattle
we
Sector
already-
Command?
No, it's 417-5840.
Yeah, see, that's not on anything.
Yeah, I didn't put it on there, but in the notes that I send around
Right.
to people, I typically do give you the number, but I didn't put it on the form.
What's the number again?
It's 360
Uh-huh,
417
uh-huh,
5840.
okay. Because there's a lot of numbers.
Okay.
All these forms have different phone numbers.
Now, and another thing too is
We'll get you there.
there should be no hesitation and no question about if you feel like there's immediate danger to life or property. If you don't have that number available to you, 911. There should be no question. You should just be hitting that 911, and the appropriate agency will be receiving that and will be acting upon immediately and stuff. But that's, there should be no question. If you feel that there's immediate danger to life or property, it's just 911. That's easy. There should be no question on that one.
Two points. First, on the salute form, when they're talking about boat descriptions and they're talking about white over red, they're differentiating the color of the superstructure versus the hull. Boot topping and this sort of stuff is an ancillary description.
So that'd be
Okay,
white over
so
white.
the different.
That one would probably be white over white.
Okay, yeah. So just basics on boat nomenclature. So anything. This is what's considered under the water line. So you know how boats will usually have two different type of colors on the hull. So that's under the water line, over the water line, and then the main part of the boat, that's always going to be hull. Anything over that is going to be superstructure. So if it's center console, if it looks like a cabin, does it look like there's a you don't even need to know the exact nomenclature and how it's called in the maritime environment. It's just your best description of what it is.
The other thing is, the organization, I think, should try to contact NOAA, and as local area charts, especially very small scale ones, are superseded, suck them up and distribute them to us. Everybody here should have a nautical chart of the area they're looking at. Whether it's a current chart or not is not relevant. But they should have a nautical chart of the local area so you can converse intelligently with somebody on a phone about what you're seeing, where it is. Well, is it aligned with this? You should know where your residence is on these charts, mark it, be able to take a bearing from it.
Okay, and we'll certainly make note of that. These are, obviously there's different versions of the electronic versions of them, but electronic versions are available, and we can certainly also it would probably be a good idea to put it on the website, on the Citizens Action Network website, on the links to electronic versions of the nautical charts.
Sure.
Okay.
So these charts are available like in West Marine or
Yeah. But they are available at any marine store and stuff, and also they're public. So, if it's a tool that you think it's important for and stuff, then we'll certainly provide that for people in the network.
Okay, as we wrap up, just a couple of quick things. On this briefing paper that I gave you, on the back side, there are a few website links. And one of them that's not on there, but I should have put that on there. It's citizensactionnetwork.net. Not too hard to remember, forget, but you can get onto that, and there will be plenty of reference materials somewhere in my shuffling